ringside here at Raley Field. It's the Stockton Heat taking on the Bakersfield Condors outdoors where the game belongs.
I think everybody was running high on adrenaline for sure. It was pretty cool just to be playing outside, so everybody was pretty pumped up and fired up.
It was a cool experience and it was fun to be part of that. And of course, I've grown up watching the Winter Classic and stuff like that, so it felt like a pretty similar feeling. It was cool to be a part of it.
It was definitely a relief to have that puck drop happen. I actually thought it was awesome to see a guy like Terry Harper get to go and drop that first puck. I've known him for 10, 15 years of my life playing out in the skate town in Roseville. The guy's got 5 rings, and for him to be honored like that, and for him to come out in his Canadiens jersey, that was awesome. And I loved watching from the press box. I snapped a picture for my phone just for my own sake, and I know there was a couple of good ones of it from our guys. But no, and then the real puck drop happened, and it was something where it was like, okay, it felt like a normal game. It hasn't, leading up to it, it hadn't felt like a normal game day at all, and all of our preparation was a little bit different, and I kind of, we were tired, and it was long days and long nights, and we were, I just felt a little off, but once that puck drop hit, it felt like another game day, and from there on out, it was just business as usual for us.
First to get there will be Van Brabant. A bit of fog, and on the glass, here's a shot that makes it through traffic.
Obviously, less than ideal. The fog was tough. It was tough for the fans. It was tough for me as a broadcaster, and it was tough for the coaches, which is a funny thing because they're the ones that are on the ice. They didn't have to look through much of it, but even they said that they had some troubles.
I guess it just kind of added to the whole outdoor experience. The elements and the fog, it was just a big part of it. Obviously the game was played a little earlier the next night, so we had a bit of the sunset, so there was a little glare off the ice that we had to deal with, and so that just kind of all added to the experience. Obviously, for the fans, it would have been better if they could see or have a better vantage point, but from the players' side of things, it was all part of the experience.
Actually, when we were walking out for one of the periods, that was the first time I really noticed it, and you could literally not see into the rink, but in terms of affecting us, I don't think it really affected us. It was fine.
We didn't even really notice it, I don't think. Once we got playing the game, you kind of just blocked those things out.
It's unfortunate for the fans mostly, especially the fans that came out and braved the wet weather on Friday night.
Latzer, he'll knock this one in behind the net. It goes. Ordio tried slowing that one down. It goes off of his stick. Centering pass, looking for it. Where is it? It's in the net.
Just tried to stick with our system. That's going to happen. You're going to fall down in games, but we knew if we just stuck with our system and continued to play hard that we could get that goal back.
First off, I had no idea how the goal went in. I actually thought it went off of Joni Ordio and in. I was later told by Coach Huska that it went off of Pat Seeloff's skates and through the goaltender. So I didn't know how the goal went in.
I felt bad for Orts because being a goalie, that's a tough one to have happen, especially for the defenseman that it goes off of. I think it was Seeloff. That's it's a tough play for him because he's just doing his job in front.
Now it comes back for the Condors, but it doesn't set well, and a big hit by Turner Elson.
Elson's hit was a big help to try and get the momentum.
And LC always brings momentum. Whether it's a big hit or just working hard, he always seems to be doing that.
Well, it's kind of delayed from the fans because the glass was kind of fogged up, so anytime anything really happened on the ice was a little delayed, but from the bench perspective, we were all excited for the entire thing. So any big hits or anytime a goal was scored, it was a lot of excitement.
Oh, I thought it was huge. I thought it was the biggest reason that we came out flying in the second. I didn't think we had that bad of a first in the first place, but Elson's one of those guys that's going to make those plays time and time again.
It's a momentum shift. Anything like that is always gets the guys going, and I thought it was really important, and it's a good momentum shift in our direction.
Poirier trying to skate away from one. He hits the post on the shot with Grant all around him. A backdoor shot. They score! The Stockton Heat! They get one on the backdoor. The rebound was there, and the Heat will gain their first goal in the outdoors.
Grant's a guy that, come on, we've seen him do this time and time again. I actually, once he scored his first one, I was expecting him to score a second one. He's a guy who time and time again is our goal scorer. He's been a great asset to that offensive set all year long.
The fact that Derek Grant was the one who scored was significant in the fact that there was his third straight goal. He scored his team leading 8th and 9th on Wednesday, and then scored his team leading 10th.
Which means that we will head into the dressing room after 2 periods of play with a 1-1 game, meaning we'll have a extraordinary finish once again between these two teams.
I thought we played pretty well overall. I think we just wanted to keep getting pucks on net, and I think that their goalie played really well early on in the game. But we were confident if we just stuck with the game plan, it would work out.
Well, first off, it was excitement because the fact that we were going to get a really cool ending, whether it goes and ends in the third period in the final 20 minutes or it goes to overtime, we were going to have a fun way to end a contest.
It's Bakersfield versus Stockton, and being a hockey guy, I know it's Calgary versus Edmonton. And it's big anytime those two teams are on the ice together, and we seem to play close games every single time we play each other. So it wasn't surprising to me that we went into it tied at 1, and it wasn't surprising to me that that it was an all-out third period where you saw nothing but effort.
I think they were confident. They came out with a real force to be reckoned with. They were fast. They were physical. There are times this season where I've seen our team play that way.
Oliver Shillington has it there. Shillington wheels it through the circle, has the puck. The shot, he scores! Oliver Shillington! He puts it in! The Heat have the lead! It's 2-1 with 12:34 to go!
I went down from my deep position there at the blue line, went down half full and received the puck. Felt that I had a Bakersfield defenseman in my back, and I moved my body and saw a lane, went into that lane and shake them off, and I got a pretty good lane there in the slot, and just tried. My first thought was just trying to get the puck at the net, and I threw it there, and I went 5-hole. So it was a pretty good shot, and I was happy to score that goal.
You know, if we kept our foot on the pedal, we had the momentum. So if we just kept pressing, we thought we could get another bounce, which we did, and it was nice to take the lead there.
Up but not out. It's stolen away by the Heat. Thrown toward the net. They score! Drew Shore! He just threw that one through, and Scrivens didn't see that one come at him. And with 9:01 to go, the Stockton Heat have opened up this game and have a 2-goal lead.
Hockey's a weird game. I mean, sometimes I don't think their goalie was able to see it. I think he was screened by one of their defensemen, and I was lucky enough to hit the net and went in. So it was a big goal, and it was definitely made the experience pretty fun.
When he cut to the slot, the high slot, he recognized, because he's a smart player, that there was traffic from the Condor defense right in front of Ben Scrivens, and the goaltender didn't see it at all. I can tell you that right now, and I'll be honest, I didn't see it when it popped the net.
We just wanted to make sure we got the win. Obviously, it was a home game for us, so the fans had our side, and they scored a goal to make it 3-2 kind of later in the game. So, until it kind of got really late, we had to make sure we nailed that one down for the fans.
Try not to just play defense. The best defense is a good offense. So we tried to get the puck in behind their D and play strong behind in their zone. And when they ended up pulling their goalie, that's when you really bear down in your own zone. And you're selling out blocking shots and stuff like that.
Tried to ease that one to Hunt. It's up the ice. The Heat are going to win in the outdoor contest. They don't get the extra goal.
In my head, I'm thinking to myself, he's got 5 seconds. He's got 4 seconds. Do you believe in mirror? No, okay. It wasn't that kind of a game, but to me, in our own little Stockton sense, that was our game that we wanted to win. That was the one when you know that we were playing outdoors. Everyone wants to circle that game and say that's the one you got to win. And so the fact that we were able to win, the team that, frankly, I like beating the most.
The team step to center ice and go through the old handshake line here at Raley Field.
It's a sign of respect. It's what it comes down to. These guys could hate each other when they're playing and they're big rivals, but the bottom line is that everybody's out there, putting their backs on the line for each other and the game that they love. So it's something that I like seeing. I think it's great that they don't do it every game, because I think it would get dull if we did it every game. But for a special game like that, and obviously playoff games, you see it. But it's something that it's always just a sign of respect from each team. These guys work so hard for the game that they love, and they, after the game is played, there's still some guys who may not like each other, or may have problems with each other off the ice as well. But the bottom line is that they're all out there trying to fight for the same goal, which obviously in that game is a win in the first ever AHL West Coast outdoor game.
One of those things, I thought we played a really good game all around, and when Orts had to, he made the big saves that he had to make.
You know, just playing outside alone was a cool experience, and then to win the game, it just kind of tops it off.
It was cool that the NHL Network had the game and sent it nationwide. So it was cool.
Anytime you can be on the NHL Network, it's exciting, and everyone wants to play big games, and it was definitely a big game with them covering it, and I was just happy our team was able to get the win.
When I look back on this outdoor game, the things that I'm going to remember most are having all of the fans up there on the concourse on Friday talking, and just how loud it was with the buzz of everyone talking about the Heat and Bakersfield and the rain, and just how great the mood was even though it was raining. And then of course I'm going to take away from it the awesome experience of seeing the mascots interact with each other. And then, you know, the Heat won, so that's one of the best parts of it.
Working an outdoor game was a kind of a blitzkrieg of things that we had to do, and emotions, and just a lot of stress that went into it, and a lot of preparation, obviously. But it was a lot of fun in the end, and I think looking back at it, it was something that I'm definitely proud to be a part of, and very happy to be a part of.
I was really excited for our staff to be a part of an event like this. No matter what they do the rest of their lives, whether they continue to work in hockey or go on to work for an NHL team or whatever, they can always say they were a part of this first outdoor game here on the West Coast. So that's something I wanted them to take, with them forever. No matter what happens, you can say you were part of history. Our fans can say they were part of history.
I just, one of those things in life that doesn't happen very often. So it was one of those situations where, to make the most of it, and glad we got the 2 points, and it's something we'll remember for a long time.
It was my first outdoor game, so I think I'll always remember it. And playing outdoor in California it's pretty rare, and it doesn't happen every day.
The game itself is obviously something that will stand out, but the parts in the dressing room when guys are taking cuts in the batting cages, and guys are taking kind of videos and Snapchats on their phone and hanging out playing cards before the game. That's the stuff you'll really remember with your teammates and families and stuff, so that's something that I'll really cherish.
Say it's nice to score in any game, but I think just playing outside, kind of getting the win as a team, and being able to share the ice with some family and friends the day before was probably the best part of the experience.
Well, I've never played in an outdoor game before like that, so just to do it was a really cool experience, and for it to happen in California, like I said, it just shows how far the game's gone and how much it's grown, and to go back to the roots of playing outdoor hockey was a really cool experience.
What I'm going to take from it is, from the hockey standpoint, that we came away with a victory on a game that I wanted to win more than anything else. And obviously, as a broadcaster, you have no impact on the game whatsoever. But I wanted to win it. That's what I wanted. I wanted to win it for our fans. I wanted to win it for me. But most of all, I wanted the players to win it for themselves, because it was a big opportunity for them to showcase some of their names in the spotlights and to get some publicity, which is exactly what happened. They got their names out in the NHL Network. They got their names on NHL, on the American League website, through Calgary Herald. They got it through just about every way you'd want to have the glory and the spotlight shared. They were able to receive that. But ultimately, the thing that I take away most from that night is how important and how good my team operated. At the end of the day, things go smoothly for the media, which is ultimately my biggest goal when you have a team of people that know what they're doing and have a passion for it. And the fact that I had my friends and my colleagues and Richard Reyes and Dustin Cowell, they're helping me out, making sure that this was a special event, not just for our team, but for our fans. That's my takeaway from it, because you may never, as a fan, you may never know the amount of work that they put in and the amount of heart that they showed throughout that entire week in Sacramento. But I know, and that's the thing that I'm going to take away most, is that just like Coach Huska is proud of his team, my team to me did a bang-up job, and I couldn't be more proud of the way that we as a team operated, and We had a lot of help, not just the three of us. We had a good crew for that game, and they really busted their tails for that game to go well for the media on both nights, Friday and Saturday night. And a lot of the things on Friday were out of our control. You just can't control the weather. Ultimately, my team really did a great job, and the fact that we were able to service the media the way we were able to me, it was NHL quality, and to them, it was NHL quality. And I couldn't thank them more. So I think that's the biggest takeaway for me, is just how important it is to have a team and to have friends there in your corner.
That'll do it for me. I'm Brandon Kisker saying so long from Raley Field, an outdoor game that ends in triumph for the Stockton Heat as they win 3-2. Good night, everyone.